Today I want to talk to you about strangers and a particular type of stranger. Have you ever been in queue to turn left onto a major street in Baton Rouge, and off to the left you see a shabbily dressed person with a sign in their hand with some variation of message saying, "Please give money to me." If you're like me, you may have some twinges of guilt because what you want to do is you want to stay in your nice air-conditioned car with your window up. You don't want to look over at them because if you do, they might come over to your window. So instead, you stare straight ahead like a big dummy so that they won't do that. Well, I have recently learned how to deal with this sort of situation for my own self that not only helped me feel better about myself, but I think that it helped the person whom I was engaging to put a bright spot in their day anyway. So here are 3 things that you can do if you find yourself in this situation where you can't offer a lot of help, but you want to engage that person, and you at least want to do something that'll make their day a little bit brighter. So here are 3 things you can do. 1, you can get some small bits of money. I just bundle up $2-3 bills, put them in my ashtray, kind of keep them handy. When you see that person on the side of the road, and if you have a few minutes at the light where you know your line is not gonna begin to move, you can put your window down, and they'll see you. Call the person over, hold the money out of the window, but don't let it go. Just hold the money out of the window, and they'll come up to you. And the 3rd thing you can do is you can engage that person in conversation. You can look them in the eye. You can ask them their name, which I did. You can ask them to tell you a little bit of their story about how in the world did they get out on the side of the road begging for money. And 9 times out of 10, I'm sure they'll begin to tell you their story. And then before you leave, you can just hand them the money, tell them you're sorry that they're in those circumstances, offer a prayer for them if they'd like, or just well wishes, and be on your way. I have found this to be a wonderful way to connect with people, to engage them, to give them worth as a human being. When you ask their name, it immediately gives them, that's their name. That's who they are. When you ask them a little bit about their story, it further affirms them as a person. When you offer a little prayer of hope or just well wishes, it just lets them know that somebody cares. You may be in a position where you can do more. You may know places they can go to get more help. But if you don't, if this is just something you encounter all the time, it's just an easy way to connect. And who knows, it may be, if you are a Christian and you know what the Bible says, you have just entertained a stranger. And I think that that is a precious thing in the eyes of God, and also a wonderful thing to reach out and touch another human being, because we're all in this together. And some of us can offer more, some of us can offer a little, but if we all offer just a little bit, it'll help each one of us to get along the way. Thanks.